What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more New Order as we continue through Republic 1993. Thank you again to Chris, as well as Erik and others who've been part of this deep dive. And the next song is Young Offender. And I do have to mention, someone commented a few days ago on an older New Order reaction. I think it was from like a year or more ago. And they said something to the effect of, oh, it's adorable to see people try to talk about a New Order song title because, you know, I think they said Bernard or one of the members publicly said our song titles and lyrics, they don't necessarily mean anything. And that very well may be, and obviously when I do these videos, I simply do what I've always done, which is, you know, when I get an album, I look at the title of the record, I look at the tracks on the back of the record, and I think about what they may mean, and I hypothesize about themes. And sometimes they are indeed seemingly very disconnected from the song title. Sometimes the lyrics, I can't quite get a sense of what they are. Other times I am actually closer in terms of hypothesizing what might be at play. But yes, I get it. Maybe sometimes when it comes to New Order, this type of thinking in advance is not particularly fruitful. But again, this is just the way I do things, and while I do them on camera now, after years of doing this off camera, I'll just keep doing it, so bear with me. But yes, just to think about the title for a moment, Young Offender, it sounds like, you know, someone who's been arrested or run afoul of the law at a young age. So pretty much an on-the-surface type of meaning. I would not be surprised, A, if there is relevance to the song title, that it's more complicated or more in the context of like interpersonal relations or emotionally offending at a young age. And maybe, as this person suggested, there will be no significant relevance for the title in terms of what happens in the lyrics. Let's give it a listen and I'll see what I can catch. This is New Order, the song is Young Offender, and it's from their 1993 album, Republic. I do think the interpersonal emotional context for the title phrase is what's happening here. And I do think the lyric or the title is actually a bit relevant. It sounds like he's saying, like, he's going to take this other person's future, as if he's stealing it, as if he is, engaging in theft of time, of connection, but saying, like, it'll be the perfect crime. So in that regard, it sounds like he wants a future with this person, and no matter what it takes, he's going to make them his. Now, maybe it's, like, not the other person. There was, like, a bit of ambiguity about that for me, but either way, it sounds like he's going to get what he wants, and he's going to take it in a way that is both, not the agreement between him and someone else, but it's the way he wants it, and he's going to do it, and it's going to be the perfect crime. So yeah, I do think maybe there is some relevance there. Sonically, very early 90s. I smiled for, in the first 10 or 15 seconds, because that main kind of electric keyboard riff, that is so early 90s, in a good way. And also there was like a true piano keyboard, like, touches. They were accentuating that main, again, like early 90s dance kind of keyboard line. And then there were also some string synths in there, and there was some guitar along the way, and just in general, that sort of, breakbeat kind of dance floor rhythm I very much enjoyed. It's of its time, but in the best possible way. So, yeah, a cool tune sonically. I think Bernard's voice, it has a very, like, soft kind of sound, like it's like a very emotional style delivery, which I think fits what I took away from the lyrics. So, yeah, just a cool tune, and one that is, again, very much in the stylings that I've come to know from both dance music and pop music in the early 90s. And in that regard, it wasn't an exact ratio here, but knowing, again, that Pet Shop Boys worked a bit with electronic, this tune, if you swapped out Bernard's voice for Neil's, it feels like it could have been a Pet Shop Boys track. Maybe it would have a bit more of a, like, four to the floor sound, but even so, I felt like a couple points along the way, it's like, wow, if you put Neil's voice in here, it could really be a convincing Pet Shop Boys tune. So, anyway, I enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.